Hey guys, Flynn. So transition update, complications update, I should say. I saw the doctor on Friday. Very long day. I saw two doctors. First one, she basically said that in her experience, she doesn't know that the hole, because it's pretty large, she doesn't know if it is going to bridge the gap and come together. And in her experience, it may have to be sewn closed. She did another test on my urethra to see if there was any fistulas forming, which basically is a hole in the urethra, and or it starts to go a different route other than where it should go through, which is right through the tip of the penis. So she basically squirted like a lidocaine / saline solution in the tip and watched and see if it went through and out the hole that's now down there. She said it did kind of dribble out just a little bit out of a small area. So to her, that was caused sign of a fistula there. Not a large one, but as of right now, that's what it looked like to her. If I were to have surgery, she said at minimum like 3 months. And so I might have to extend my leave to get that repaired. And I guess they kind of do it like a transplant list. Because I have complications, if I do have to have surgery, they put me at the very top of the list. And so those who've already had this stage and haven't had any issues, I hate to say would get bumped so that I can get mine fixed. The other doctor had popped in. She said it looked better than what the photographs I sent her looked like. And so she was pretty optimistic that it would close on its own, but that we have to give it time. So also let her know that, the other doctor had done a test and that it had shown that there was possibly a fistula. She said, well, because it's too soon, if the hole itself closes, then obviously the urine's not going to come out anywhere else but the tip. And so it's kind of a wait and see kind of game. Speaking of which, that was pretty painful. Having it go through, it kind of burned and felt like pressure. And then I felt like my bladder was filling, even though I had 3 ml syringe or something that she was squirting. Not very comfortable though. Either way, I have to go back next Monday, and I'm going to see the urologist and the plastic surgeon on that day again for a follow-up. But they said either way, whether they try and let me pee, or, well, either way, the catheter has to be changed, my suprapubic that I have. And so I'm not looking forward to that. It's so uncomfortable as is, and now to have to take it out to put a new one in. From what she said, it can only be in for a month. And so whether they take it out completely or not, it has to be taken out and put back in. So at this point, they kind of pushed off my bladder training, which I was supposed to start today. More or less just plugging up the catheter and letting my bladder fill, and then when I feel like I have to go pee, just unplugging it and draining it out into the toilet. And that was supposed to happen for a week. So now we're pushing it to next week, hopefully. If they don't maybe let me try and pee, I don't know. That would be kind of cool. But at this point, it's a wait and see kind of game. In the last, 3 days, it doesn't look like it's closing, nor does it look like it's getting any better. I'm still putting on the topical cream twice a day. And it's kind of like, I let them know too, it's because you put a fresh piece of like a 4x4 gauze on it, and it sticks to certain areas, and then you kind of gently peel it off and it bleeds. My plastic surgeon said that was a good thing because there's blood flow. The whole reason that the tissue died was because there was lack of blood flow. So it's good to know that it's bleeding. She said it's fine. They called it, I forget what they called it. Basically where like old skin cells are coming off, and that's why it sticks. So defragmenting or something, I don't know. Anyway, so it's coming off, and it bleeds every time. But it's still painful, or not painful, discomfort. Like I can only sit for so long, and then I can only stand and walk around for so long before I have to sit. So that's kind of annoying. I did start driving because I'm not on narcotics anymore. I'm really only taking Motrin and Tylenol a few times a day just to kind of get off that edge of discomfort. My weight restrictions are still the same as far as I'm not able to lift anything over 5 pounds, which sucks because I still obviously can't like pick up my kids, let alone like a gallon of milk. I know I can. I feel like I can. I'm strong enough. That's not an issue. So I don't, they said for 6 weeks. So, I mean, really it's, I felt kind of some discomfort. It's every kind of now and again. I mean, usually in the morning, when I'm erect, it feels like, after waking up, like it wants to like completely release, but it's still being pulled back a little bit, and so there's like a resistance, and that's kind of painful. And then I every now and again throughout the day will get like a sharp shooting kind of same feeling down there, like in the shaft, like almost in the shaft of my penis. And so I don't know if that's normal, if that means like nerve endings are starting to come back together. I mean, I feel everything down there. I'm not numb. The only area that actually is numb is right on the incision itself, going more towards like my back end. But that's really the only area that's kind of, there isn't a whole lot of feeling right there. So, mentally, I mean, I'm in a better headspace. They said it was nothing that I did. There was nothing that could have, prevented it. If it was going to happen, it was going to happen. So, I mean, that kind of makes me feel a little bit better, but at the same time, I've got this hole down there that I can't do anything about. And, now with work and maybe having to extend for another surgery, like, I don't know. And I'm still kind of on the fence about just not doing phalloplasty and completing metoidioplasty, which is still going to be another probably two surgeries minimum, because they got to fix the fistula and or the repair, and then create my scrotum and implants and whatnot. So I'm in a better headspace. I'm just not fully, it kind of comes and goes. And so, I mean, I'm talking with a couple therapists, so it is what it is. I can't do anything about it. And so that's kind of where I'm at. But I'll keep you guys posted next week. Almost 3 weeks post-op now, so I'll keep you guys posted.